Hi viewers, I'm now going to teach a topic in the introductory part of your 11th standard. When you are just entering 11th standard and you're going to sail or travel ahead for the 2 years, 11th and 12th, with quantities, several quantities coming in the way of your study, and each having its own size. The size means the bigness or smallness depends upon what we are talking about. The size of an atom, is of the order of 10 to the power of minus 15 meters, while the distance between the sun and the earth, that's also a distance, it is 1.5 into 10 power 11 positive power. Such a huge value. So your measurements vary from microscopic or subatomic to atomic, then microscopic, then to earthly measurements, and then to the bigger universe or quantities like the diameter of the earth or the diameter of the sun, and so on and so forth. So the microscopic to macroscopic, the large scales are called as macroscopic. So it varies from subatomic, because atoms have been found to be divisible and you can go into the journey of the atom. And you are subatomic, then atomic, then microscopic, very small measurements which probably man cannot discover, but certain other creatures in the world can discover, very so small. And next you have your the great distances, like the distance between the sun and the earth, and the distance traveled by light in 1 year, that's called a light year, which is also a very huge unit of distance. And diameters of earth or sun or other heavenly bodies which are gigantically big. So your all your measurements vary from a very small value, that it is involving a 10 to the power of minus 15 of a meter or whatever it is, to huge value as it is. So we have to know about an idea about how each value will vary. So here is an attempt to find out a method whereby you convert it from one unit to another, conversion in units from one smaller unit to another. Now you just listen to me and then you just see how I put my finger. There are prefixes for there are prefixes such as in the SI system, in the subunits and the superunits, you have milli will be the first smallest unit, which is 1/10 of a centi quantity, which is 1/10 of a deci quantity, which is 1/10 of a quantity itself, and which is 1/10 of a deca quantity, which is again 1/10 of hecto quantity, and which is 1/10 of a kilo quantity. So there are 7 units from milli unit of any quantity to the kilo unit of that particular quantity. For example, if you are talking about the length units in SI system, from the smallest to the biggest, in this particular range between millimeter and kilometer, we have millimeter is 1 millimeter is less than 1 centimeter. That 1 centimeter is less than 1 decimeter. 1 decimeter is less than 1 meter. 1 meter is less than 1 decameter. 1 decameter is less than 1 hectometer. 1 hectometer is less than kilometer. Same way you have to practice for the descending prefixes from the highest order to lower. So the kilometer is greater than the hectometer, which is greater than decameter, which is greater than meter, which is greater than decimeter, which is greater than centimeter, which is greater than millimeter. And for every step going up the ladder from milli to mega of from milli to kilo of a quantity, each small part will be 1/10 of the successive one, and each big part will be 10 times the preceding one, and 1/10 of the succeeding one. So you have 10 millimeters. 1 millimeter is 1/10 of a centimeter. 1 centimeter is 1/10 of a decimeter. 1 decimeter is 1/10 of a meter. And 1 meter is 1/10 of a decameter. 1 decameter is 1/10 of hectometer, and 1 hectometer is 1/10 of a kilometer. This is how it goes. So you make yourself familiar with the prefixes. Starting from lowest to highest, you will have milli, centi, deci, quantity, then deca, and then hecto, and then kilo. And descending order, it will be kilo, then hecta, then deca, then the quantity, then the deci quantity, and then you have centi quantity, and then milli quantity. So you keep yourself familiar with these 7, and then we can go to micrometer or nanometer or picometer or terameter and so on. All these things will be bigger units. The tera and other things will be bigger units. Micro, mega, micro, milli, micro, nano, all these will be smaller, very small units. Now, our aim in this particular unit is to convert from one unit of to another of the physical quantities that you may encounter both in real life and both will be included in your syllabus contents. After all, the syllabus contents is only to understand your daily life situations better. It is not a test for memory. It is a test to see how far you are adaptable and how far you are aware with the measurements that are actually existing in the world around us. Now, this is the thing. Now, coming to the, this is the topic on hand. I have to convert from one unit to another. Now, coming to the next page, you have here. Then coming to the next page, we have I'll go to the next page. Sorry. This is the learning objectives that I am going to aim at, that the students should be able to. At the end of this lesson, they will have to identify what is the physical quantity that is talked about from the unit that is given in the quantity. If I give you the quantity, you should tell me the unit. If I give you the unit, you should be able to identify the quantity. Then you have to know what is the SI unit, universally accepted all through the globe, which is the standard unit of that particular quantity. Then convert the given quantity into the SI, its SI, if the given value is not in SI. If the given value is already in SI, you have to identify it's already in SI, and you have to just rewrite it or copy that value and say this is the answer. Otherwise, you have to convert it into the respective SI units. As an example, I have given problems here. The 4 examples are only some samples scattered about in the world, where exists 4 into 10 to the power of some 20 or so quantities. So I am giving you only an example. The same way you can march ahead for the other quantities as well. The first is 5 gram. This is the first unit. So first unit is 5 gram. You can understand that gram is a unit of mass. So you should remember in mind that the unit that is represented by the quantity 5 gram is mass. The unit that is, the quantity that is represented by centimeter is 70 centimeter, and that is a unit of some length, distance between 2 points. And then the 3 MA represents 3 milliampere. As the name goes, it is the unit of some current, some small current. And then 50 milliseconds, seconds itself, you know, is time unit. Therefore, 50 milliseconds is a unit of time. So I have identified that 5 gram is the unit of mass, 70 centimeter is the unit of length, 3 milliampere is the unit of current, and 50 milliseconds is the unit of current, second time. Now, what are the SI units for mass? For mass, kilogram is the SI unit of mass. For length, meter is the SI unit of length, and then ampere is the SI unit of current, and second is the SI unit of time. So bearing these in mind, so you know that you have to convert 5 gram into its equivalent in kilogram, and you have to represent 70 centimeter into its equivalent in meter, 3 milliamperes to its equivalent SI, which is ampere, and 50 milliseconds to its equivalent SI, namely in terms of a second. This is our next probe that we are going to do. Now, how do we go about? I have copied the same problem in the next page, in the solution page. Look here. I have copied the same problem. Here, the first is 5 gram. Let us take it. Now, I told you, or you have already learned, the 5 gram is a unit of, just listen here. I will just write down the equations here. So here, 5 gram is a unit of mass. The SI unit of mass is a kilogram, written as kg. And now you have to convert 5 gram into how many kilograms? What part? 5 gram is a smaller unit, is equal to dash kilogram. So 5 gram is a smaller part of bigger whole of kilogram. So it will be 5 by divided by 5 will be a fractional part of some kilogram. So for that, you have to divide it by a suitable power of 10, or in other words, you have to multiply by 10 to the power of minus, because gram is a smaller unit, kilogram is a bigger unit. Now see how I am going to count. Listen here, let's look at my picture. Now, gram to kilogram is our journey, left hand side to right hand side. Leave alone the left and then go on up the ladder from gram to kilogram. After gram, you have decagram, 1 finger, and then hectogram, 2 fingers, and kilogram, 3 fingers. So, how many fingers have I gone through? In a ladder of going from lower unit to upper unit, left hand side unit to right hand side unit, you have gone 3 steps away. So it will be 5 to the power of minus 3 kg. This is how you have to write this. So you have like this, and this the number, the same number should be carried over here. That there is no compromise on that, thankfully, because all the subunits or super units are only powers of 10, involving positive or negative powers of the 10, as the case may be. So the same 5 should be carried over here. And there is another universal way in which everybody is advised to represent a quantity. The coefficient which is multiplying the suitable power of 10 should be preferably a number between, it need not be a whole number, it can be a decimal, but it has to be a number greater than 1 and less than 10. If by itself 5 is a number between 1 and 10, it's greater than 1 and it is less than 10. So you can just faithfully write the whole thing and go up, because you have gone 3 steps from gram to kilogram, and because gram is a fractional part of a kilogram, it is only a small unit of it, and therefore you multiply it by 10 to the power of minus 3. So this is the way in which you have to do the conversion. The second subdivision, the second problem is talking about 70 centimeter. As the name indicates, now here, as the name indicates, you have centimeter is a unit of length. So 70 centimeter will be a unit of length. The SI unit of length is equal to meter. Therefore, you have to convert 70 centimeter into what part of meter. As I told you earlier, the centimeter is a small part of a bigger unit, that is meter. Therefore, what you do is 70, you have to write first 70 and then put 10 to the power of centimeter to meter. And just to see how I'm doing the counting. After centimeter, leave alone the centimeter, don't take that into account. After centimeter, you have decimeter, 1 finger to go, and then meter, another finger to go. You stop because that right hand side meter unit has already come. Therefore, it will be 10 to the power of minus 2. Now, I don't want a 70 here, So you write it as 7 because 70 is a number exceeding 10. So you write 7.0 into 10. 7 into 10 will be 70. So without compromising on the quantity, you have to do a suitable manipulation so that the number multiplying 10 or powers of 10 should be only between a number between 1 and 10. So that into 7 to the power 7 into 10 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So you have here that will be equal to 7 into 7.0 here into 10, and 10 to the power of minus 2 will make it 10 to the power of minus 1 according to the multiplication in exponents, and therefore this will be the answer. It will be 7 into 10 power minus 1 meter. That is how you have to write. It's a two-digit number, therefore you have to write it in the standard form like this. The third quantity that I am talking about is 3 milliampere. That will be equal to and is the unit of current. Because you have already learned in your 10th standard about current electricity, and you know about current, Ohm's law and voltage and all that. So you can identify that milliampere is the unit of current. That's why I gave simple examples which have already been familiar in your 10th standard or 9th standard classes. 3 milliampere is the unit of current. SI unit of current is ampere and written as ampere. And one more thing in physics, you have to make note of it. Even if 3 is a number greater than 1, don't write amperes, because if you write AS, it may mean ampere second, and change the unit from one unit to something else. So please avoid using S in the plural, even if you know very consciously that is greater than 1. So you just write ampere. And now to convert 3 milliampere to the ampere units, which is its SI unit. 3 by itself is a number between 1 and 10, so no problem. So you write 3 into, now you have to write milliampere is a smaller portion compared to the quantity. Milli, centi, then deci, and then only the quantity is coming. So you write 10 to the power of. After the milliampere, you have, just look at my finger, milliampere, you leave that milliampere. Then you have one finger for centiampere, 2 fingers for deciamperes, and 3 fingers for ampere. You stop because this ampere is here appearing. Therefore, you will have 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. This is the third one that I told. And the fourth one will be, I have written here, the fourth one was the 50 milliseconds. So here you will have 50 milliseconds. So here again, this 50 milliseconds will be the SI unit of, is the unit of what quantity? As the name itself shows, seconds we already use in our time and clock and other languages that we speak. So it is the unit of time. And SI unit of time, because 9th standard you would have been used to have seen velocities of marble or anything else in meter per second. So it's 50 milliseconds. That's why it's written. It's not millis. It is 50 milliseconds. Is the SI unit of time is second, and written as S. Therefore, you have 50 millisecond will be how much of a second? As earlier I explained, milli is a small part of a second, and therefore you have to write the same 50, first of all, into 10 to the power of, it's a smaller unit to bigger unit. So your journey is going up the ladder from smaller to bigger. See how I'm counting. Here you will have milli. After milli, you leave that milli out. You have centi seconds, then deci seconds, and then seconds itself. So again, there are 3, and therefore you have to write 10 to the power of minus 3 of a second. And because this 50 is a number greater than 10, you have to make some modification as 5.0 into 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3 seconds, which will be 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 seconds. So this is how you have to make the conversion. Unfortunately, I gave all as smaller to bigger. And now I would just introduce you with some bigger quantity to smaller. Supposing you have 5.42 kilometer. The SI unit of this, the unit that is, the quantity is, you can identify the quantity is length. It is a unit of length, and then SI unit of length is a meter. Therefore, you have to, now our investigation is 5.42 kilometer equal to how many meter? Now, kilometer is a big, huge unit. Meter is a small unit. So, a big unit will contain several times a smaller unit. So, it will involve a multiplication by a positive power of 10. So, you put 5.42 into 10 to the power of, it is plus only. The plus will be, you have to come down from the left-hand side kilometer, leaving out kilometer towards your m. See how I'm making the count from bigger to smaller. So here you have the kilometer is the biggest unit. Leave that kilometer. After that, you have hectometer, one finger to go. Then decameter, second finger to go. Then meter, the third finger. You stop with this because the right-hand side unit is meter. So that will be 5.42 into 10 to the power of 3 down the line, positive power, because a big number is several times a smaller one. And by itself, the 5.42 is by itself a number between 1 and 10. So you just leave it as it is. And this is how you make the conversion. So bigger to smaller will involve a positive power, and a smaller to bigger will involve a negative power. You just go through this. There are several quantities given in all your textbooks and your reference books that you may make use of. Try to excavate the whole thing and do all the problems and identify the quantity and convert it into the corresponding SI units. And practice on this, and then we will meet with further discussion if need be on this. If you like it, please show your like for that. And please, your comments also are most welcome. Because only that will keep on motivating me to upload more and more lessons. This is the first lesson I am uploading in for standard 11. More uploads are there. Very, very interesting concepts are there, like what to say, equations of motion. It is something like old wine in new bottle. With the same, the equations of motion will not change from class to class. But because of the complexity, the way in which you microscopically go into the depth of the interval talked about, it is not the journey interval, something like that I'm going to say. So let it be the next unit. Now I don't want to confuse you with this. You just learn all this, and then the summing up will be, first of all, you have to identify whether it is what quantity it is. Only then you have to go into the conversion. That's why I gave it as first part of the question. And then you have to identify what is the SI unit for that quantity. And the third step will be to find out whether the conversion that is warranted in the given question is from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, or vice versa. If it is smaller to bigger unit, you have to remember that the same quantity should be multiplied by a 10 to the power negative power of 10. And if the conversion is from bigger to smaller, you have to understand that the same quantity into 10 to the power of a positive power. What power will depend upon how many steps you have to go up the ladder in the case of lower to higher, and down the ladder when in the case of when you convert from bigger to smaller. This is how you have to make use of. And if the number is other than is a two-digit number, you may place your decimal after the first decimal and make it a number between 1 and 10, and involve suitably you multiply it by a positive power of 10 or negative power of 10. Even their powers of 10 only will be involved in decimal also, and accordingly the calculations will be very easy. You can carry forward the 10 power 3 or 10 power 3 the whole square if so needed. For areas you will require L square. So you have to, if area itself is 5.42 kilometer square, you have to multiply 5.42, you have to faithfully do. 10 power 3 will be squared and so on. That will be the derived quantities I will do in my next class. Thank you very much. If you really like it, please do your subscription and use subscribe for that, and show your like, and your critical comments are most welcome. Thank you very much.